Welcome back to the Biggieshaq and TM Hot Commandments, Hot 5 Commandments. Been a while since we did this. Not too long, though. We ain't leave y'all too long. We did get some hardware. We are the number one speculation in the comic community. And I'm joined here by TM. He's going to start off today. How you doing, TM?
I'm doing pretty good. Getting ready to speculate the first one back since we won the award. And I want to say thank you to everybody that voted for us. We truly appreciate you. We come up with great lists each and every week. And of course, Biggieshaq started this channel, but I'm just here to help him out.
Yeah, we appreciate that very much. All right, we're going to pop right into TM's first choice.
So I did something a little bit different this week in lieu of us winning, and that I wanted to bring something that was not like movie related, but kind of nostalgic related. And what I brought this week is all cartoon books, cartoons that I loved growing up with, either it be cartoon movies, cartoon TV shows. And the first one we have here is For Color 442. Look at that. It only goes for $22. You have Peter Pan on the cover, but this is the first appearance of Peter Pan in comics. But not only that, it's also the first appearance of Captain Hook, first appearance of Tinkerbell in this comic. And then you have the first cover appearance of Peter Pan in comics. Peter Pan was one of my favorite movies growing up. Absolutely love this movie. Learning more about the story, the beginning of it with the Brothers Grimm and dark fairy tales and stuff, it's a little bit more grim than we realized that the story was like adapted from. But this is the first appearance of Peter Pan, Captain Hook, and Tinkerbell. And I'm guessing like Neverland is also in this book. I have not read this book, but it's a book I am definitely after because of this fact that it's just full of nostalgia for me. So that is my first pick.
All right, moving a little slower these days. Hold on, we'll get right back to it. But
No worries.
all right. Let's go with the second choice right here. Oops. Here we are.
Okay, so this is a cartoon I grew up with. I love this cartoon, and there's going to be a similar book to this coming in a little bit. But this book looks like it's not that hard to get your hands on for a cheap price, $30 right here on eBay. Cartoon Network presents number 1. DC Comics put it out. Love seeing that. But this is the first appearance, and I'm still going with it, first cover appearance of Dexter's Laboratory. Of course, you have most of the characters there, like Dee Dee is on the front cover there. She's probably in the book. So that's like an extra little nostalgic boost. So for all of you who grew up in the 90s, grew up with the cartoons on Cartoon Network like this one, you're going to want to get your hands on this. Like, I'm after it. It is a hard book to come across, but when you do find it, it doesn't go for much. Like you see here, $29.99, and that if you grew up loving Dexter's Laboratory, definitely grab your hands on this book. All right, that's my number 2 pick. Love Dexter's Laboratory. Hello? Biggie?
Uh-huh. All right, I'm back. So the next book. Okay. Excuse me. Yes, this is the next book.
All right, this is a fun book. Now, a couple of years ago on a show that I used to do and completely run, well, the other guy did nothing. I drew a character on there because he would complain that I didn't draw, but I did everything else. And I drew a dog and stuff for my very first time. It was fun to do because he was a cartoon character that I absolutely loved. There was a cartoon in the '90s called Detective Droopy. And it was like Droopy Dog as a detective, and that's where I fell in love with the character. I absolutely love the character. Now, this book right here, Our Gang 25, is technically his first appearance. It is and it isn't. The character's name changed throughout the years. The character of Droopy Dog went by Happy Hound. He went by Happy Hound at the beginning, and his name didn't change until 1945 during a cartoon called Senior Droopy. But if you're asking me, I think that this is the first appearance of Droopy Dog in comics, but he is going by the name of Happy Hound. He's going by the name of Happy Hound, but that character of Happy Hound had his name changed. It was the same character, same characteristics, just the name changed in a future cartoon. But this is technically his first appearance in comics of Droopy Dog / Happy Hound. However you want to pull it. So I had so much fun finding this comic, finding out the history of this comic and why Droopy Dog's name changed, and that because I did have a hard time finding his first appearance in comics, but everything led me to this comic right here, Our Gang 25, first appearance of Happy Hound / Droopy Dog in comic books. And that is my third pick.
Very, very cool. Now, I think this is my favorite from TM's list this week. Oh, it didn't show. Well, it would help if it showed. Yes, this book right here. Sorry, guys. Did that do it? I can't. Nope, still didn't do it. What is going on? Try. I don't get it. All right, I got it. Sorry. It should do it. No. Okay, I think I got to get rid of this somehow. It's just not working. Why won't it?
To answer Random Reed's question, does Carl Banks or Walt Kelly do the Happy Hound story? It's both. It's stories by both.
I think I got it now.
All right, there we go. We're up here. We got it. You got it, Biggie. All right, so this is a pricey book, but if you look, that's Australia dollars, so it's 250 Australian right there. So it could be a little cheaper and that, but this is another one of my favorites. Grew up with these characters. They were around. There's a live action movie. We won't talk about that. But this is 4-color 11/28, and the first appearances in this are crazy because we got first Rocket J Squirrel, aka Rocky. We got first Bullwinkle J Moose, Natasha Patel, Boris Badenoff, first Peabody, a genius dog, and first Sherman, Peabody's sidekick. So this book is filled with nostalgic cartoon characters, and that, of course, I picked it due to the fact that Rocky and Bullwinkle. I loved Rocky and Bullwinkle growing up, and it was just a great cartoon to watch. Even though it was a little later for me, I watched a lot of the reruns. But again, a great cover, because not only is this their first appearance, you get the first cover appearance of not one, not two, not three, but all of them. All of the characters are on this cover and stuff. And you know me, I love when a first appearance is also on the cover because we got Rocky, Bullwinkle, Sherman, Peabody, Natasha, and Boris all on the cover in that. So just a great one to pick up. It is $250 Australian, but if you can find it for a cheaper price, that would be really cool. There's no spec on this whatsoever, except for me saying, hey, go buy it. And that because there's no movies coming as far as I know. So these would be a very good book to grab because you know how Hollywood works. Hollywood will always go back in the past and bring stuff forward, like they're doing with the Flintstones. So you bet your bottom dollar Rocky and Bullwinkle will there will be another live action in the future. That's
Cool.
my number 4 pick.
Yeah, it just shut down there for a little while. It was weird.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Thing with technology likes to do its own thing.
That's for sure, man. Hopefully this one will get it right now. There we go.
Now, there is kind of a little bit of a reason to pick this up. Dynamite has been producing Powerpuff Girls comics, and that from Dynamite, a lot of covers. I'm not sure if they're still going with this, but there was supposed to be a live action Powerpuff Girls movie way back when, like maybe 2021, 2022. They scrapped that. I'm glad because it didn't look good. But that doesn't mean that there won't be a future Powerpuff Girls live action or an animated movie again, because they brought the Powerpuff Girls back once in cartoon form. So who's to say that they're not going to do it again? That and Dexter's Laboratory, which I had on this list earlier. But this is Cartoon Network starring, not Presents. Don't get it confused with Presents, because Presents is Dexter's Laboratory and starring is Powerpuff Girls. This is the first appearance and cover appearance of the Powerpuff Girls in comics. Love that it's over at DC as well. Dynamite now has the rights to them, so they've been putting those out, and I think they're going to be coming out with Dexter's Laboratory as well. But again, this is a little bit more of a pricier book, not as pricey as like one like the first Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo goes for a lot, but it's still a reasonable price, $60 for the first appearance of your childhood. That's right. I'm not even saying Powerpuff Girls. I'm saying it's the first appearance of your childhood, because I know all of you out there right now have watched the Powerpuff Girls, either growing up and that watching them, or watching them with your siblings, or maybe you had kids at the time, or you had kids watching it now. Powerpuff Girls, I absolutely love. I don't care if it's like a show for girls. I absolutely love this show, that Dexter's Laboratory, anything on Cartoon Network. So I had to bring this book, and I'm glad I did. So this is the first appearance, Powerpuff Girls cover and in comic books. And that is my final pick for my Hot 5 Commandments cartoon version. You're muted, Biggie.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly, TM. I liked how all your picks were multiple first, almost like it was just like, I mean, you get it all, dude. You don't get like a couple, so
and like cover appearances as well.
Yeah.
Except for Droopy Dog.
Yeah, the pancake one was like, "You sure this is it, TM?" He's like, "Yes, the pancake. That's it, dude." And I'm like, "All right, man." So I wanted TM to lead her off. He got the seat all warm and cushy for me now. Figured TM deserved to be the first spec you got when we get back here. All right, I saw a book. We usually pay attention when our chat talks. We look. So Avengers Forever 5 movie spec, Doctor Doom variants on cover. So that's the kind of the buzz out there. There's multiple Dooms, multiple Deadpools, multiple Spider-Men, all this stuff. So yeah, I like it. It gets my wheels cranking, and I get put in some weird spots when I go down rabbit holes. All right, so first book, TM actually was going to do this one, and he decided to go to a couple other ones. I'm doing it because this Gil Kane, dude. Gil Kane is a beast, and it's the first appearance of Paladin. Um, Vision Quest is the word on this guy. There's also a really cool McFarlane Spider-Man Paladine, however you want to say it, tomato. This is the first appearance. The other one is, McFarlane cover. So you could probably get it in dollar bins. I might show it later. But for now, this is about $20 book, $30 book. It's always been a cool key. It's on my short list, so I'm recommending it to you guys. You hear? All right. Yeah, that's right. Joffrey Gil Kane is definitely in the house. We got Vogs, Bleeker, Steve, seeing Callie. Some more people were popping in. So I only got 2 books that I'm gonna show on screen. I
Yeah,
actually,
Steve J. Hughes, Heroes for Hire.
I actually got
Comic
everything
Jack.
else and so
Nice.
this is this is a book that isn't out yet, guys, and I don't usually do these kind of books, but seeing though that Venom is supposedly getting his own movie, and I know he's with Sony, but I feel like there's rumors that Hardy's coming to the MCU, so I don't know. It's probably some just fan stuff, but it's supposed to be a new Venom coming out on the next issue, which I pull. I'll probably get this. I don't know if I'll get this cover, but yeah, Venom's in the hot place again. I say this might be interesting, guys. I might go, if you don't have it on your pull, maybe grab it. It might not be a $20 book when it comes out, but you never know, dude. All right, now we can get all cozy and personal with you know what I'll do right now is I'm going to look up well, I need to show Bleeker's Choice. I'll do that after mine, but yeah, let's just get cozy like I was saying. I need to finish my list before I do everybody else's stuff. All right. This is crazy, guys. So I'll put one for the road because it's not a real announced spec, but I got one that just I want to do. Green Goblin. You can get this book in the dollar bins, right? Let's see here. ASM 14. That's pretty easy to find. It's like around the Topps Card Trading Mag Comics and Image. All that stuff. No, I'm kidding. This is a very tough book to get, but Goblin. They're saying Goblin in the Doomsday or something coming down the line. He's going to be a super villain. And yeah, man. So ASM 14, first Green Goblin, my favorite Silver Age Spider-Man book. Made the list. If there's any Green Goblin spec, that's the book. Now, I might want to look into him first time meeting the Avengers. Not sure if that happened or not, but all right. So my next book, Venom. Yeah, $2.99. Always a great spec book. If you're talking Venom, this is probably going to be important sooner than later. $300, $298, $299. I'm giving y'all my recommendation. Whenever collectors start collecting and they get their first $50, $60 book, I've been around a few new aspiring comic YouTubers, and they'll say, Biggie, what do you think I should get for $50? My first little $50 to $60 book. I always recommend $2.99. It just feels important. It's like it's Venom. I mean, there's not many Spider-Man enemies that are as important as Venom. It's McFarlane. It's a classic cover. So, like I said, the Venom movie, it might move some books. All right. For my last book, this book is awesome, and it's got so many keynotes I didn't know about. So I did a little deep dive on it to see if I can get any more juice out of it. Usually most people, when they look at this, they'll say Origin of Doom, right? And that's true. And I I didn't find it looking for FF Annual 2 keys. What I did was I went looking for his parents. I wanted to know, why am I talking about his first love interest's father, Boris, whatever his name is, and which I believe is in this book too, is the first love interest. Now, Laveria, oddly enough, when I look up her first appearance, his first love interest or whatever, besides Sue, of course, I found it's in like a 1999 or 2000 FF, like volume 3 or some crazy shit. And I ain't happy with that. So I dug further and I saw FF 24, which is the first terrible, like, infant or some weird shit. I don't know if I'm happy with that because only Google shows that. But where I'm going is, this is the first appearance of Doom's father and mother. I remember the name of the mother off the top of my head. It's okay. I think I got it. Cynthia Von Doom, first appearance, and Warner Von Doom. So you get the father, the mother, the first love interest father, which is basically his, like, the guy that molds him into who we get with Dr. Doom, I believe, and the annual, and who knows what all other goodies I haven't figured out yet. So FF Annual 2 is very cool book. All right, so my one for the road. I don't know why I got this feeling. I heard he's coming later, but I don't know. I just feel like he might pop up in Secret Wars. Not Doom, maybe a cameo, but Secret Wars. I just got this feeling, Miles, and I could see this book doing something if that happens. So MegaCon. This is my one for the road. This ain't like the most solid one, but there's a chance. Just, I don't know. I just got a feeling. So Heroes Con, Miles Morales, Secret Wars 8 homage is my one for the road. And now what we're going to do is show Bleecker Street had one book he wanted to share, and we're going to look up that book we saw in the chat too.
What's up, Benny?
Where the hell did it go? I had it. Okay, it's right here. I actually had this book, and I sold it like a goof, but all right. Now TM kind of knows probably more. We were talking about, oh, it says it right there. First, Avril Kincaid, Falcon Hydra. So it's like Hydra Captain America. Is that correct? And first Avril Kincaid is also no. This is the first appearance of Steve Rogers or whatever as Hydra, I believe. The key I found was first new Quasar and teammate on Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, he says the first Steve Rogers is Captain Hydra. There we go, Captain Hydra. So Sam Wilson, Captain America, issue 7, Alex Ross cover. Beautiful, beautiful book, homaging to old timelies. So there's like a triple key in here, you know. Steve Rogers is Captain Hydra. It was most likely going to be in the movie. Even has been signed on again, so maybe. And then I saw that it was the first. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Yeah, the first new Quasar and teammate on Guardians of the Galaxy is what I figured out. But yeah, so that's our Bleecker edition, and now I'm going to attempt to find the book we saw in the chat earlier. What up, Stepo? Good to see you. I was just rewatching the Monday special because you told me, you brought me up, so I'm gonna finish that in a minute. Don't forget to hype the channel too, video guys, because you can go to the video and hype it. All right, Avengers Forever number 5. Let me find that.
Yeah. I think that's a new spec. I think it's the covers that Doom's on, all of them. There's like multiple variants or something. I remember those coming out like a while back.
Yeah, 2022. This don't look like a too hard of a book to find, which I like.
Well, yeah, it's. I think it's the like Canadian Survivalist. You can let us know. Like, I think it's the one that came out like recently. Oh no, never mind. I'm wrong. Oh, well, it did not the time that I thought. I thought it came out like this year, but this is like 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2022. I like it. I like the way it's got different dooms on it. Like, yeah, man. Very neat. We might have to use that. We got it now. We stole that shit. All right,
Shout out to
man.
Canadian Survivalist.
All right, so this is kind of where we just chill out a little bit. That was our hot 10. Each we each do 5. Yeah, so I like the Doombot aspect of it, right? There's got to be Doombots, right? Only thing is that unfortunate enough, like you kind of hope you get to the first Doombot a little later down the FF run. No, it's issue 5, so they pulled out. I mean, some of these keys you just get tied to bigger keys, right?
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't bring any movie news this week, but anything tied to movies or TV shows and stuff. Just brought some cartoon ones, and like I want to say my favorite one that I brought is because I had fun researching it and finding out that the reason why his name was different in that was because later he went by Happy Hound first, and then it wasn't until later a 1945 cartoon called Senior Droopy, Senora Droopy, came out, and that's when they changed his name from Happy Hound to Droopy Dog. So our gang number 25 was probably my favorite one that I brought just because of that aspect.
Yep, that is one of your favorites for sure. I mean, I feel the cartoon first because we got the Jetsons coming right around the corner, which we've already speculated on, and that can drive up all of those Hanna-Barbera and whatever they were, Merry Melodies, and yeah.
I also
Well,
want to point out too that our gang 25, send this to Key Collector, send this to um, Cover Price, and that our gang 25 is not listed as a key, and it should be. It's the first Happy Hound / Droopy Dog. Happy Hound, like you can put in your key facts. So like there's the first appearance of Droopy Dog going by the name Happy Hound, and then later on his name got changed in Senior Droopy in 1945's cartoon.
well,
So yeah, key collector, please add it because it's a key that people should be able to find.
I mean, we've done this so many times where we find keynotes on books that aren't listed. Like they should be in the freaking blue label. A lot of these, that book there, that should be the first of that. Just like me today, like I'm not 1,000,000% sure I'm right about this, but I believe this is Doom's parents. That should be in the keynote. Okay, Origin of Doom, sure. I know that we don't do a lot of Werner Von Doom or Cynthia Von Doom books right now, but the day it does come, it could be something you want to know. Like I think that those keynotes are, yeah, I Cover Price or whoever does them, they miss stuff. I remember years ago, the second Werewolf by Night, they had it listed as the first. What was that shit called? I just had a brain fart. Anywho, it was like the Kraken or something. I can't remember the name of it, but it was something stupid, and it should have been the Werewolf by Night 2 as the second appearance or whatever, as the keynote instead of what they had. And they switched it around once they saw us. There is a guy out there. If you get a hold of him, he'll fix it. But I'm sure I'll remember that as soon as I get off here. But all right, guys, this is the hot 5 commandments, and we'll be back in a week with some more keys that might be a little bit under the rug. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? Second I'll just look it up. Damn it! I hate leaving on something I don't know. It's easy as fuck, dude. Like.
I should have brought. I was considering on bringing the Peanuts because I love the Peanuts, but looking at the first appearance of Peanuts, that goes for money. That goes for money. You're not going to get the first appearance of the Peanuts.
Yeah, when you was looking at the Rocky and Bullwinkle, it was an Australian, but I think that it's about $150 book, 160 instead of 250.
Yeah, I just saw the AU and stuff, so it must have been somebody in Australia has that book.
I swear I didn't see it. Look, I just did this. I went and zoomed in on here, and it came to me. Man, the way your brain works is so trippy. It just says Werewolf by Night. This is the second Werewolf by Night, and the blue label don't even put it as second Werewolf by Night, which is ridiculous, but it's the first Darkhold.
Darkhold's a big thing, though.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I still ain't guaranteed it, but that's what I'm going with. It's the first Darkhold. And I was like, dude, you can't just skip over to second Werewolf by Night, and they fixed it.
I don't know. Anyway. The Darkhold is pretty big, though.
Darkhold's a big deal compared. I mean, the second Werewolf by Night. Like, come on, man. I don't know.
All right. Darkhold's already been in pop culture a ton. We've only got one episode of Werewolf by Night. There's whole story arcs made because of the Darkhold.
Yeah, ain't it like a thing like the red and the green and stuff like that? Like it's a magic.
No, it's a book from hell.
Oh, it's a book. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, there's a few books that kind of give claim to the Darkhold, but I think this is the. Oh, okay. See, this one has it labeled right. Second Werewolf by Night and Darkhold. So yeah, it was definitely Darkhold. All right. We're out this bitch. Catch y'all later. See y'all in a week. Thank you, TM. Thank you, chat. Appreciate y'all. Hashtag enjoy.
Biggie. Biggie.